course. This is actually like a little video thing, and I could just take a clip out of it. Okay, so what do you want me to do? How are you? Good luck, John. All right. Thank you.
Hello, everybody.
Everyone.
Hi, everyone.
I said Hollywood, quiet on set.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to thank you all for coming tonight. I really wanted this opportunity to have you all meet my dad because I know that when everyone meets my dad, they all love him and realize what a great guy he is. And I just wanted you all here tonight to see what a great guy he is and what a great dad he is. And to introduce him tonight is Dan Isaac.
Thank all of you for coming here tonight, and my thanks to Ms. Catsimatidis for putting this event together. You know, we're getting in a home stretch, but before I say anything about the next mayor of the city of New York, I just want to give a shout out to some of the luminaries who are here this evening. First, our very good friends who came all the way in from Suffolk County tonight to give us support to John Catsimatidis, State Senator Lee Zeldin. Senator, thank you for joining us tonight. We have the second best county chairman in New York City, my very good friend from Brooklyn, Craig Eaton, chairman. Representing the great borough of Queens County, their first vice chairman, the Honorable Robert Beltrani. Last but not least, the newly elected national chairman of the Young Republican National Federation and our state party's finance director, Jason Weingart. For everybody, we're here tonight to show our support and our love for someone who really is a great man. You know, I've been involved in politics for 28 years, and I've never met an individual, person, who's been involved in this business, this life that was chosen to lead, like John Catsimatidis. I was on the phone today with a reporter from the New York Times, and he asked me, why is it you are supporting John Catsimatidis? And my response was, well, how much time do you have? I said to him, first of all, speaking as an individual, as a person, he's real. You know, in politics, you need a lot of folks that do a lot of this, but John is the real deal. He's honest, he tells it like it is, you know, and notwithstanding his great success and what he's achieved in business, he still is John Catsimatidis from 135th Street. And to me, that speaks volumes as to the character of this man. You know, he tells everybody he doesn't need this job coming in, he doesn't need it going out, and he's agreed that when he's elected mayor, he will work for 99 cents. Now, there's something that's very real about this man, and I said to the reporter today, as I've gone with John on the campaign trail, he kind of reminds me, LBJ, and I was a student of history and politics in college. LBJ was famous. When he would go to meet people, he would shake them with one hand and he would hold the elbow. And he was famous for that because he would then bring them in. And I said to the reporter today, with John Catsimatidis, he just puts the hand on the shoulder and people melt. And when people meet him, they like him, they walk away as his supporter. Because they get it, they see him, and they understand what he's about. Now, from a practical perspective, and I'm sure that Chairman Eaton would agree, Vice Chairman Beltrani, we as Republican leaders in the city, we want to win. You know, for 20 years, we've been electing Republican mayors, and we believe that John Catsimatidis will continue that tradition. Now, Joe Loder's a great guy, he's got good experience and all that, but I don't see how Joe can attract the type of voters that we need to win. We're outnumbered in the city 6-1. Those independents, the crossover Democrats, the ethnics and the minorities. John is an immigrant. He's from the hood. He's So you know, and again, notwithstanding his great success, that's never left to him what he is. And that's why a long time ago came out for John, because we believed he was our best candidate to be mayor. Believe that today. These guys share that sentiment with me. And I have no doubt, with all of your help and support, John will win the primary September 10th, and he will go on to be elected mayor November 5th. So, our next mayor, John Catsimatidis.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Judge. And thank you to my family for being here. AJ, you did a great job putting this together. Thank you. My son, John Jr., wave to everybody. And, you know, we haven't had a first lady in 17 years. Margot, can you handle that job? I hope you could have a few words to say to everybody in a few
Haven't I
minutes.
handled bigger jobs?
Absolutely. And one more person I want to introduce that you forgot.
I'm not perfect.
We have another mayor here. Mayor LaGuardia. Mayor LaGuardia, would you please stand up? And he does such a great job portraying him. I think he really believes in him. I believe, we all believe in him. He did a great job. Tony, you continue to do a great job. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How many people have saw LaGuardia play? Bravo, bravo. You know, as Dan said, this election is all about winning. It's all about being able to have the resources to be able to win in November. Like you said, Dan, I like my opponent as a guy. He's a good guy. He's a hard-working guy. But I think this body is going to report a very, very low numbers collected. And the fact is, we have the resource. I have the resources to provide all of us to be able to have a winning party in November, and that's my object, to make sure I win and the rest of the party wins too. You know, don't forget, we are the Northeast Republicans. We believe in pro-business, right? We all believe in pro-business. I had a mentor 40 or 30 years ago, 35 years ago, on the west side of Manhattan. And you know, it was Murray Siegel. And I remember, he taught me, you know what he taught me? The business community has to do well for the rest of the community to do well. And I remember those words all the time, and I believed in his words. You know, all our young people should have more and more mentors, because that's what made a big difference in my life. I also believe, excuse me, of all the candidates running, I'm the only one that supported Ray Kelly from the very beginning. Is one of the safest cities in the United States, and Ray Kelly is responsible for it. And I can't believe some of our Democratic opponents that are over there saying, you know, Ray Kelly has to go, Stop and Frisk has to go, and they're voting all, the silly council is voting in all these new laws that's gonna hurt New York City. A lot of us remember what New York was like in the 1980s, when we were scared to walk around. God forbid you walk near Central Park. You know, we were scared you had to look over your shoulder and see what's going on. We don't want to go back to those days. It's not right. The city council voted on a bill that they call the Community Safety Act. I called it the Community Unsafety Act. You know, if somebody robbed a bank, quick, if you robbed a bank, we're not allowed to say if the person was male or female. We're not allowed to say if the person is black, white, Hispanic, or Asian. We're not allowed to say, is the person 3 feet tall or 6 feet tall? Wow. We're not allowed to say, did the person have 2 legs or 1? I mean, it's really, really silly. And we need a Republican mayor. Why? To keep checks and balances going. We're not going to win the city council. I hope we win some additional seats. But we're behind on the city council, 47 seats to 4. I mean, shoot, you know, that's a lot. And we need a Republican mayor just to maintain the checks and balances. What do we need? We got to win in November. And like I said, we need resources. We need the old Reagan Democrats. We need the old pro-business Clinton Democrats. Pro-business, because a lot of them are pro-business. What happens? What we also believe in, being Northeast Republicans, we believe that we have to help our elderly. We believe whatever our elderly, our seniors were promised, they worked all their lives. We can't walk away from them. We got to make sure they get what we promised them. Also, we believe in helping our children. You know, the dropout rate in our Board of Education or Department of Education, whatever they want to call it, is 35 to 40%. Shame on us. I have an entire plan how to fix that. I plan to fix it. We believe in pro-jobs. I believe that we have to create high-paying jobs, not more $8 an hour jobs. And we believe in New York. We believe in the vision for New York. You know, Mike Bloomberg, we don't agree with him on everything. Those bicycle lanes, I still have a big problem with. You know, I believe in bicycles, but let them be painted lanes. Why do you have those dumb concrete obstructions? That's not going to work. Let's get rid of those. But I believe that we have to use the plateau that Mayor Bloomberg has created and build upon that and make it an even better city. I have said publicly that on January 3rd, I will freeze all taxes that the mayor is responsible for. And I will make sure that's done. So, priority, January 3rd, make sure our streets stay safe, make sure Ray Kelly, hopefully he'll stay on. Yes. Yeah. Those taxes, because we have chased enough people. You know, New York City, New York State is number 50 in the country as far as people leaving. I mean, they keep leaving and leaving and leaving. How long does it take before we turn it into downtown Detroit, where everybody left? I mean, it's just, you know, it's just a matter of time. If we get one of those Democrats elected, well, we got a problem. We got a problem, a serious problem. You know, when one of the Democrats say that we got a $2 billion deficit, you know what that translation is? If you look it up in the dictionary, the translation is, we're going to raise your taxes. That's what the translation is. I'm fighting for our September 10th election. I need your help on September 10th. We got, the only chance we would have in November is me winning the September 10th election and having enough money to fight those Democrats. Because if we don't win in November, we win in September, I have a good shot at winning in November and keeping our city going in the right direction. I need your help. I don't need your money. I just need your help. And thank you for coming tonight. You want to say a few words? You know, I said we need a first lady. We haven't had one for 7 years.
I just want you all to know that my daughter stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning baking all the cupcakes that you're eating. And the other thing is that common sense is not so common, but it's a very important thing. And my husband has a lot of common sense for all people of New York. And it doesn't matter who you are, if you're poor, middle class, or rich, or upper class, you will make sure that there are jobs for everyone. And he does care about all New Yorkers, all boroughs. And believe me, he is the only guy I know, because I'm with him 40 years, that can run a $70 billion corporation and run it the right way and do the best for all people in New York.
Wow.
I will take another 1 or 2 questions if anybody has it. Or, do we have any questions? Yes, please.
I was just telling your lovely daughter I'm a registered Republican, and you have my vote. I just want to tell you I've always been a fiscal conservative compared to my friends and families. How do we balance the budget without raising taxes?
First of all, the only way you know what's really, really going on is by being on the inside looking out. And like I said, I make a commitment. We are not going to raise taxes. You know how do you create jobs and bring more companies into New York? By the way, we are number 50 in the highest taxes in the country. If we can show we're smarter and we can freeze taxes, then we have a shot at companies coming to New York and creating jobs. There are so many things in that budget that are unbelievable. The amount, don't forget, from the time Mayor Bloomberg got into office, we had 260,000 employees, and we're close to 300,000. You know, can you find out where they are? We have the amount of consultants we have, a lot. We have a lot of fat there. I just have to find it. You know, every mayor has his favorite toys. I don't have any favorite toys. Wow. I'm working for the taxpayers. None of the lobbyists own me. Every other person running, the lobbyists own. And look what happens with the unions. One of our Democratic friends gets endorsed by a big union, and he has to deliver. You know why he has to deliver? Because he's looking for another job somewhere down the road, and if he doesn't deliver, that union won't deliver either. When he delivers to those unions, guess who pays? You, the taxpayer. You pay.
Was it the City Time scandal, speaking of contractors?
Say that again?
The City Time, the computers.
$500 million flexibility.
I couldn't believe
Nobody
it.
ever knew what happened to that $500 million.
How can they lose numbers that big?
How do you write a check for $500 million?
And not get anything?
Listen, how do you spend $2 billion on the new 9/11 system that doesn't work that well? You know, somebody has to be smarter. I will be there to make sure it's fixed, and I will do that. Next, anybody else? Yes?
Just wondering, how are you going to really create high-paying or middle-paying jobs and not just
By not bringing in Burger King and McDonald's necessarily, by bringing in high-tech companies. You know, we've got Silicon Alley where Google is now. I want to bring in more biotech companies, internet companies, computer companies that want to pay 40, 50, 60, 70,000 a year. So people can live the middle class. You know, I had an internet company in my office the other day, and he was meeting with John Jr., and he says, well, I'm thinking of moving to Newark, New Jersey. Why not? I said, if you move to Newark, New Jersey, and you want to attract a student from MIT, what are your chances? Well, slim and none. New York, the quality of life, that's what we're selling. Our theaters, our movies, our Lincoln Centers, our opera houses, that's what we're selling. The greatest city in the world, and I'm going to make it even greater. Thank you again.